Hey, beautiful people, hope you're well. My name is Shafik Chikos, and today I am here for the men. I want to help a certain category of men because most men are having challenges, so many issues in their relationship and marriages. So I am here to, give the two main factors that are contributing to challenges in marriages and relationships for men. And men, we are leaders, we have to take responsibility, and these two things are the reason as to why divorce is on the rise. There are so many single mothers out there, so I am here to break this down, and let's go. Number one, most men marry with a lot of naivety. And I want you to understand that men are not prepared for growth in marriage. Marriage requires a lot of emotional maturity and ability to go through difficult situations. So this naivety, makes these men, to be ignorant of exactly what to do in a relationship or in marriage, to set foundations, to set boundaries, and that hinders their growth in the marriage. There are steps that you have to go through or learn very well for you to understand how marriage works. And then also you have to understand that when you get into a relationship, the other person, the woman that you're having, is expecting support, growth from you. And I'm telling you, if you cannot provide that personal development in the marriage for yourself and then for the woman that you're having, that is a big challenge. Most men marry at a very young age, 25 and below. I know way back our forefathers used to, marry at 17, 20, 21. But I want you to understand that, things evolve. And today, at least 25, because you remember, you at 18 you're almost going to university, and usually people, on average, people finish university at around, let's say, 23. All right, so 24, that is a time when a man doesn't really have a lot of experience in relationships. That is a time when a man, he has financial instability, doesn't have a direction of exactly what he's going to do and how it's going to be. That can make the navigation of the marriage more difficult, very, very difficult, and that increases the risk of failure. I'm telling you, you man out there, or you men out there, the few categories I'm talking about, financial instability is really a huge issue. And then also career instability. Between 20 and 25, most men actually have not figured out exactly what they are going to be or what they are going to do. We have seen men, I have seen men who started up their marriage or relationship with the excitement, and 2 to 3 years later, of course, they have one kid or two, and a man is locating to another country. All right, if he's, let's say, it's from Asia, is locating to US or Europe, and that brings really emotional distance and so many issues in a marriage. And then also the financial instability that I'm talking about. You are not stable with your cash flow. For example, if you're an entrepreneur, you cannot measure how much you'll be making monthly or yearly, because you're just starting from school to doing business. You're just starting. So that is something that is causing a lot of relationship failure and marriage, and then also stress to boy child. Boy child is struggling to, who can help, where can we run to? But simply because the naivety, I married so young, and there are so many things that I can through experience and through personal development that I can share with you, you men out there, so that you can relate and spread the word and spread the idea and spread the knowledge to help somebody out there. Another thing is, as a man, you are marrying before you understanding your own identity. You don't know if you don't know exactly what you want. You don't know what your values are. So when the marriage gets to 5 to 10 years later, when you already have kids, that is when you get to know your values, and that is when you start to establish boundaries that are really hard for your partner. And that is why most marriages fail, and the woman is complaining about how a man changed, how money made them change. And that is not really the issue. It is you understand your own identity. You need to understand what exactly you want in life. What are your life goals? What are the things that you cannot tolerate? And before marrying the person or before getting into a relationship with the person, those are the things that you have to put down on the table as a foundation for them to understand that this way we cannot compromise. This area I cannot go there because my man is not willing to tolerate this kind of behavior. So you have to create your own values. You have to list them down, understand them. You bring in this extra person in your life, to just enjoy more, or let this person just bring joy in your life. But it starts with you first. It starts with you first. So the naivety that I'm talking about is, first of all, we don't do self-awareness. We have to understand who you have as a man. You have to understand who you are. And you have to know exactly what you want. In some cases, most men marry because of external pressure, like from family, society, environment, friends. Yet the decision has to be driven by your readiness for the commitment. You have to be ready to understand that I'm going to commit to this person. I am going to commit to this relationship. I'm going to commit to this marriage. And I'm not influenced by anyone, because this marriage or relationship is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Everyone they have their own journey. I have seen people who married before, and actually they established themselves, they built houses, and today a man is single and his house was taken and they're living, they're homeless. It's not about who goes first or who goes second. It's about your readiness and commitment for the relationship and for the marriage. That is how you will be able to set the foundation for the relationship. My advice for most men, for most young men, don't go into a relationship or marriage with excitement. Try to understand exactly what you're going to. Give it some time. Trust me, you will be grateful. Number 2, most men don't know the selection process of getting a good woman. A man meets a woman today, 1 week, 1 month later, of course they're getting on the dates, excited, and before you know it, 3 to 4 months later, you hear that the marriage is happening, the wedding is happening, the introduction ceremony is happening, and you wonder, of course, I'm not saying that it cannot work. There are many testimonies out there for who are married up to 25 years, and yet they met through a short period of time and it's working. But what I'm trying to talk about, there is a certain category of men who rush things. And I am here with this point number 2 to show you that selection process is very, very crucial. Very crucial, and I'm telling you. And that is why in most cases, a man who is a bit older, let's say 28 and above, 30 and above, 35 and above, they usually do a good selection process simply because they have some experience. They have some experience, or they know exactly what you want. They have gone through several divorces, or they have failed in many relationships, and now they know exactly how to select a woman, and that is how they select someone that they are compatible with. I want you to understand, you man out there, without a good selection process, you will find, or you will end up with the woman where you have differences in finances, on family, and so many things, because you are, you're rushing things, you're taking things to another level so fast, and you have not been in position to understand the kind of woman that you're taking. What are her core values? What are your core values? That's a question that I want you to understand, to ask yourself, because if you don't do that, there will be a lot of conflicts between you and your woman. You will crash on so many things. That is why most women are having issues of how to handle finances with their partners, with their husbands. Most women are having this issue simply because those are the things that I'm talking about. It's the selection process from a man. You should know that when you marry a woman because of her physical attraction, her beauty, or her body parts, how they look, and all that, at some point there will not be deeper connections between you two. Because when, for example, a relationship that is going to go far, it happens in phases. There's that time, if she, let's say you married her, or you like her because of her big tits, there's that time that is going to come where she has given birth, and those sharp pointed tits are not anymore. It's not there, and that is going to affect your emotional connection with her. There's that time where her beauty is going to fade because maybe she's aging, and that is going to affect your emotional connection with her. That is going to affect your intimacy. So there are things that we have to, not really consider through the selection process as the major issues. Yes, they contribute partly, but they should not be major. I can say that those are minor issues to consider. Through the selection process, you want also to marry a woman who can be resilient, who can soldier on, who can be able to, stand through the storms that hit the relationship, that hit the marriage with you. And through that, you can check that out when you're dating, and it takes some time. It takes time. There are women that cannot stand turbulence. There are women that cannot stand storms. So because marriage, whether you have money, whether you have everything, just know, and I believe you know it, marriage is not a bed of roses. Any relationship is not a bed of roses. It's bumpy, it has its ups and downs. But the question is, you need to select a woman who is recession proof, who can stand with you and have faith in you, and also believe to stand through difficult situations and times. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, and I'll see you.